Hi, we're gonna be showing how to install the ESP IDF for being able to build the samples for the Azure IoT middleware for FreeRTOS. So let's go to that repo first. So we have some links to follow. Let's here. This is the main page on GitHub for the samples for the IoT middleware for FreeRTOS. Here in the description, you're going to see all the samples that we have. We're going to focus on this sample here. The ESP32 Azure IoT Kit is a pretty good board for prototyping, and we have a working sample for that can use all the sensors on the board. But to be able to compile the sample, you need to have a few prereqs installed. One of them is Espressif's ESP IDF, the Integrated Development Framework. Here on the steps, you have one link that goes directly to the installer for Windows. That's what we're going to be showing here. We're going to go with, there are two options here. You can go with an offline installer or an online installer. Let's try the online installer. Now the download is done, let's execute it. Here you're going to have the license agreement, which I've already read that before, and I'm going to just accept it. Next. Some validations are done on your system. Then you click on next again. You're going to be downloading the ESP IDF since this is a brand new installation. They have here a few options for you to install in terms of versions. We're going to use the latest one, which is the 4.3.1. And I will be leaving the same installation path for now, but you can change this to any path as soon as the path doesn't have any spaces. The current installer doesn't allow to install in a path that has spaces. And now we have the selection of the components that we're going to need to install. For being able to compile for the samples for Azure IoT middleware for FreeRTOS, we don't need all the options selected. We can undo Eclipse. PowerShell also is not necessary. All we're going to need is the command prompt. Here on the rest of the drivers, we might want to keep all of them, and chip targets, you might have other boards later that you're going to want, so it's okay to leave all of the others selected. And that's it. Next, install. All right, so now that the installation is done, we can just complete it here. We don't need to run any of the shells right now, but it would be good to register the two executables and leave the last option done selected here. All you need to do is to click on finish, and that should be it. So now you can just go and look for the ESP IDF console, which should be installed on your computer. Now to open the Espressif IDF environment, you're gonna come here, look for the icon of the console, click on it, and it's gonna load some environment variables and prepare the environment using Python, which the IDF is based on. And from here, you can just compile your Espressif projects using the IDF. Here they show what is the command that you run to build your project when you have one. But for now, we're going to just run a command for verifying the version to make sure that it's executing properly here. And that's it. It shows the version that you have installed, and you should be good to compile one of the samples of the Azure IoT middleware for FreeRTOS. Thank you.